Hey, it's Patrick, and today on the lift, I'm gonna show you how to change the battery in your motorcycle. Really, there's only one main reason to change the battery in your motorcycle, and that's because it either is dead or it is going dead. Now, you might be doing some super race stuff, like trying to lighten the bike up, therefore you're gonna put a lithium-ion battery in there or something like that. But basically, the main reason here is that our bike won't start. So we have two considerations when it comes to changing out the battery in our motorcycle. That is, one, where is it located on the motorcycle? And two, what type of battery are we putting in the bike? Because that's going to affect our install just a little bit. Adventure bikes like this one here, sport bikes, and most late model Harleys are gonna have them underneath the seat. Now there are some Harley models like a Dyna and Sportster, they're gonna be kind of offset on the outside of the bike, or you could get a really weird one like an FTR where it's way down in the bottom front of the bike. But one thing they're almost all gonna have in common is when you get to them, there's gonna be a certain amount of paraphernalia to take off to get to the battery before you can get it loose, like plastic pieces that are holding it down or a strap or something like that. Once you locate the battery, you're gonna have to get it freed up before you can actually swap it out. Now, what type of battery are you putting back in there? The most common battery you're gonna get is an AGM style battery, meaning absorbent glass mat. You can get one that already has the acid on the inside and it's already gonna have a certain amount of charge to it, so when you put it in the bike, it'll fire right off. If you get one where you have to add the acid to it, it's a pretty easy setup. You just peel the sticker back, stick the acid on there, and then close it up. Or you could be using a lithium-ion battery. The lithium-ion batteries can come in a lot smaller, more compact, powerful packages. And so if you get one of those and it is not taking up that space where your old battery came out from, you need to put some packing around there. A lot of those batteries come with rubber pads to take up that space. You don't want that thing banging around in there. If you use a lithium-ion battery, you have to use a lithium-ion battery specific charger. Make sure you check your charger, make sure it's compatible with a lithium-ion battery before you go plugging it in. Same goes for the super old style, flooded lead acid style batteries. Probably not using that unless you're in a big penny pinching situation, because really the only advantage of that style battery is it's very cheap. Now, as far as tools are concerned, you do not need a lift. Of course, we have one, so we're going to use it. You can do this on the bike's kickstand, and more than likely, the bolts holding the terminals down on your battery are going to be a Phillips and or a 10mm. The first thing I need to do is get our seats off of the motorcycle, and that's gonna give me access to this little plastic tray right here. Once we get down here, we'll take a Phillips, and we're going to take the ground off first. So that's the black wire. We wanna unhook the black wire. When you get these loose, make sure you pull them all the way out of the way of the terminal so they're not banging back into the terminal. Then we're gonna unhook the positive wire. One thing to note here is you don't want to have a piece of metal touching the positive and negative terminals at the same time. That will result in a bunch of sparks, damage to the battery, and kind of a sketchy situation. So now is a good time to put in the little nuts, or sometimes this is just a little threaded metal block. Now is a good time to put these into the terminals, because once it drops down into the bike, you probably won't be able to reach them. We'll drop our battery back down in there. Now our battery's in place. We're gonna start by putting the positive cable on first and getting it tightened. Also, you wanna make sure your terminals are in the same spot they were. You don't wanna be stretching these cables or putting them in a bind. So ours is back where it was. The positive's right in front of the positive and the negative in front of the negative. Now, a lot of times this is actual lead hardware, so snug it up as firm as you can, but don't get too crazy because you can strip these out. After the positive is hooked up, we'll hook up the negative. We're going to put our plastic pieces or whatever is holding that battery in there back the way it was. If you did opt for the lithium ion and you have extra space in here, don't forget to take that space up so that battery doesn't rattle around. After that, put our seat back on and we're good to go. All right, our bike is all buttoned up. Our new fresh battery is in there and we're ready to hit the start button and get down the road. Now, we used a factory activated AGM battery, meaning that it already had a charge in it. If you're looking for more information, click that info tab on the desktop or mobile device. That's gonna take you to the product detail page where you can read other riders' reviews and see more specs about the battery you're looking at. If you still need more information, feel free to reach out to our customer service team. They would love to talk to you about what works best for you, your motorcycle, your budget, and riding style. I'm Patrick. Thank you for watching. Go work on those motorcycles.